Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So my name is Storm, and today I'm going to show you guys how to do a polish change, how to polish your nails perfectly like a pro, better than a pro. Now the reason why I'm saying that this is going to be a little bit better than a pro, because I feel like a lot of pros don't even do this. Every time I go and get my nails done in the salon, I promise you my nails are chipping literally the next day, sometimes even the day of. And that's just not okay. I also had 2 cracked nails, so I'm gonna show you how I mended them a little bit, just so that I can keep my nails nice and long. These are my real nails. Like, it takes a little bit more time for my nails to dry because they are my real nails and I am using real polish. This is not gel. This is no acrylics. These are just my nails, and I'm gonna show you guys how to polish them. So in this video today, I'm showing you how to not only fix a crack if you have in your nail, but also how to polish your nails, like I said, like a pro. Let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Okay, so I already have some polishes on my fingers, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. The polish remover that I'm gonna use is actually acetone. It is my favorite. I've been using this for literally over 10 years, and this is what I'm gonna use right now. So I have a few cotton balls on me, and I'm gonna just drench this, just like that. Just press it down on the nail and give it about a few seconds, making sure that the full nail is saturated, and that way it's easier to just wipe it off. Look at that, all in one go. I do have this nail that is completely cracked right there. Like, it has a nice crack on this side right here. And then on my pinky, this crack is getting a little bit more and more aggressive. It's right there. I think you can see it. So I need to make sure that I correct that. I need to correct that like right now. So I'm going to use a Teabag method. So I have this is a Lipton Teabag, and I'm going to I've already emptied out all of the contents. Now I'm going to just kind of flatten it on the side of the seam, just like that. And then I'm going to cut along that seam. That way we have a nice clean piece here. This is called the Teabag method because we are literally using a piece of a tea bag, and that's what we're gonna use to help mend the nail, at least to keep it nice and strong and together so that it doesn't further rip, and it keeps it a little bit stronger for a longer period of time. So what I'm gonna do is, first I'm gonna measure out a piece. I'm gonna just grab a little section like this. I want it to be more on the jagged end, like maybe something like that, and I need it actually a little smaller. Personally, the more jagged it is, the better that the outcome will be. You don't want it to be so blunt. Like, for example, you're probably wondering, why did I not just like cut it in into a perfect square? Well, you'll be able to see it a little bit more. So the more jagged it is, like the more frayed it is, the more easier it is to like blend in a little bit more. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to grab some alcohol, and you want to make sure that you clean those particular nails. And then we'll do these 2 nails first, and then we can go on polishing the rest of them. Okay, so I'm just using some alcohol. I'm going to spray the nail, and I have a shirt right in front of me. So like a plain cotton shirt. So I'm going to just use the cotton shirt to remove any more oil. Even though I just washed my hands, I'm just going to make sure that I use the cotton shirt and just remove any further oils. A lot of times you may see people who use a nail buffer to buff the nails to make sure that it gets really nice and flat. I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to keep the nails as strong as possible, and I personally feel that when you buff the nail down, it makes it a bit weaker. It's a bit more seamless, but it also makes it weaker. I want it to stay strong. Use this Kiss nail glue here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put some glue right onto the area. I'm going to work on 1 nail at a time. I'm going to put it there. Now for this, I'm actually going to just use a little cotton bud. When I'm doing this, I'm also kind of spreading that glue around just a little bit, so it really does help with drying. I also have a fan that is what I'm going to use to help dry this a little faster. Okay, now that that is completely dry, I'm going to go ahead and add another drop, and now I'm going to add my piece of Teabag. The reason why I started doing this was because, oh my goodness, you guys, I literally went into the nail shop. This was like years ago, and they were just putting nail glue onto the split, and like literally 2 days later, my nail was split. of course, because they never mended it. So I found this out on YouTube literally years ago, and I just kind of been doing it ever since. So this is how I mend my splits. My goal is to keep my length for as long as possible. When you put the piece of tea bag on there and you have that dollop of glue, what happens is it starts to spread out and it starts to dry. Now, what you also want to do is you want to make sure that you push. I don't know if you guys can see from this angle, but you definitely want to push that tea bag all the way to the end. It looks like this right now. It looks really, really good, honestly. Now these are finally dry. What I did do was I added another layer of the tea bag onto this one, because this one was the one that was kind of throbbing, was hurting, because the split was so deep into the nail. So I just wanted to add a little bit more of the tea bag. That way I had like that double security. You really want to make sure that these nails are completely dry. Make sure that that glue is completely dry before you go into your next step. You're gonna grab your nail file and you're gonna start to file on the side. You have a nail buffer. I don't have one on me right now, so I'm gonna just use my nail file and literally just go right on top. And I'm gonna just buff out just the edges. You don't wanna buff too much, because what's gonna happen is that you're gonna buff all the way down to your nail, and then that's gonna defeat the whole purpose, right? So you just wanna buff a little bit, okay? All right, so before I start polishing my nails, I'm going to add my acetone. This is for cleanup. I'm gonna add it into my little glass thing. I love this thing. When I saw it in the nail shop, I was like, oh my God, I have to have one of those. So I bought one so that I can use it for my nails when I clean up, and it gives you the most professional looking nails. Now I'm gonna show you guys how I polish my nails now and how I get the most perfect manicure every single time. This is what the nails with the tea bag looks like. This one right here, you can obviously see it. And then this one right here, you can also see that one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a little bit of my alcohol. I'm gonna spray all of the nails, and then I'm going to making sure I wipe off my nails clean. I can't find my favorite base coat, so I'm gonna use this one by Nail Envy, which is gonna be perfect anyway. Okay, so as you can see, this is where tea bag is. And I also have it on this nail as well. So I have my OPI Nail Envy, and we're gonna just paint this nail here. And then this is the part that I always make sure that I do. Each nail, I always polish that free edge. You guys gotta bear with me because I can't really see that well from this angle. And I always get polish right under there. So I have my acetone and I have my nail brush here. So I'm gonna dip it in here just to remove any existing polish that was on there. And then just right where I need to clean up, I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up around the edges. Just like that. This is by Essie. The color is So Me. So this is what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna go ahead and go in getting close to the cuticle, like really close to the cuticle, like about that. And of course, I'm going to cap that nail. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one on camera as well. So the goal here is to try to avoid the cuticles, avoid flooding the cuticles, that is. Okay, now our 10-minute timer is up. So now it's time to go in with our second coat. So let's go ahead and get in. And we're gonna do the same exact thing that we did on that those first two coats, our base coat and as well as our top coat. Before I do anything, I'm gonna make sure that there is nothing on my nails. There's no like hairs on my nails, because sometimes those little black hairs, they just appear out of nowhere. All right, so now let's go in. Doing the same thing, capping the nail. I just wanted to just grab something. I had a battery nearby, so this is like a better angle for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get enough polish on here. Now, a lot of times people say get thin coats, but I personally feel like if you get too thin of a coat, it starts getting really, really streaky. So I just don't go in with thin coats. I just wait in between each coat and get as much polish as I need. All right, so last but not least, we still have our top coat. So I'm gonna use the OPI Rapid Dry. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any hairs or anything like that that's on my nails. See if I have any boo-boos. Looks like I do not. Let me see, let me make sure. Guess I can clean up right there on the side. So this is how I pick my brushes up. Listen, we gotta do what we can, okay? Get my brush, get it into the acetone. I'm gonna pull my nail, pull the skin from my nail as much as I can, and then get as much of this polish off, just like that. Now I'm gonna try out the Rapid Dry nail polish dryer. Oh, that's pretty easy. This is basically my manicure, you guys. And that concludes the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want any other nail videos, just let me know. I'm all about nails. I love healthy nails. I stopped using gels some time ago, and I have just literally been on the road to, you know, making sure that I grow my own natural nails out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, before I forget, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.